Good morning to all of you. Namaste. Welcome to this pre-conference workshop of 74th All India Commerce, 75th All India Commerce Conference, which is scheduled to be held from October 18 to 20, 2024, of which the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Govind Guru Tribal University, Banswara, who is present with us today, is the conference secretary to host the prestigious 75th All India Commerce Conference. We are honored to have him here as a guest of honor for this pre-conference workshop, which is the first of its kind in the series of 75th. We did a lot of such pre-conference workshops in the 74th All India Commerce Conference. So this is the first one in that series, and you will have more how to publish well and so on and so forth in high impact factor journals and like that. So this is a new trend that we have started in Indian Commerce Association, and that we would be working with you, those who are supposed to be with the conference, not only during the conference for 3 days, but we would be helping you, hand holding you before the conference and after the conference also, because most of you are also members of the Indian Commerce Association. Professor K.K. Dave, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pacific Academy of Higher Education and Research, popularly known as PAHER University, Udaipur, who is also the Joint Conference Secretary, along with Professor K.S. Thakurji, who is the Conference Secretary and is the guest of honor for this pre-conference workshop. Our Honorable Secretary of Indian Commerce Association, Dr. Kuldeep Sharma, the youngest Secretary probably of Indian Commerce Association, who is also the Chairman of Board of Studies in Trade, Transport and Industry, University of Mumbai. And the main resource person of today's pre-conference workshop, the Chartered Accountant, Peter Richard, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Energy, Mr. Faisal, who is the head of the branding and marketing of Energy. We are going to listen to them on how to address the challenges in practicum integration in commerce in the context of NEP 2020. We have in University of Delhi, we have implemented NEP 2020 from 2022. Popularly known in the University of Delhi as UGCF 2022. And we are in the third year now of the implementation of this NEP 2020. And whatever teething trouble we are facing, we are solving them as we are moving ahead in the journey of implementation of NEP 2020. So it's not one-day job. NEP 2020 is something which needs to be implemented over a period of time and make it more successful to achieve the objectives for which this policy has been created. And this pre-conference workshop is largely to embed or to give in a seed in your mind, sow the seed in your mind that if we incorporate simulation-based exercises, like there was a time when case study method of teaching learning process was considered to be something which needs to be included. Now, I think there is a time that simulation-based exercises should be embedded in the similar fashion as we embedded the case study method of teaching learning process. And the onus of learning has to shift from the teacher to the student or the learner. So this is the shift in the NEP 2020, that it is student-centric or learner-centric policy, where they have to choose what they want to, how to design their degree, what courses they want to do, how they want to be more employable or start up their own enterprise, and so on and so forth. So there is a number of opportunities for the students now, which was not available earlier. Earlier, it was more straight-jacketed kind of a thing. And now it is more open to the students. And from the teacher side also, it is something which is important if they use technology to ensure that the students move on a faster track in terms of the teaching learning process. So that is how Indian Commerce Association has been experimenting with these kind of things. Energy also started a course in University of Delhi under the School of Open Learning on these particular aspects. So it is already running in University of Delhi, and there are students who are undergoing these courses. So it is important that the teachers of commerce are also sensitized in the entire country. That is the responsibility of Indian Commerce Association to bring them on board with the latest technologies which are happening in the field of commerce. Only then commerce will remain ahead as it is today. In the University of Delhi, at least I can say, the highest cutoff generally goes for the commerce courses, and Shriram College of Commerce, you would be knowing, that is the one which has the highest cutoff in the University of Delhi. So if we want to be at the cutting edge of the technology, lead the initiative, we need to be, as teachers, also embrace the technology and lead it from the front. And the leaders of Indian Commerce Association are in front of you here, who would be throwing more light on this. And at the end of it, there would be question answers. For the technology part, Chartered Accountant Peter would be answering the questions, and we would be answering if there is anything regarding Indian Commerce Association. So I welcome all of you to this great initiative of Indian Commerce Association. I congratulate the organizing committee team, Professor K.S. Thakur and his entire team, Professor K.K. Dave and all the other organizing committee members who have taken the lead to start the pre-conference workshop. So now the 75th AICC has rung the bell. So keep remembering 75 AICC, start your registration process for the conference, for the paper submissions and all that. Udaipur is a lovely place. It is called the City of Lakes. So you are all welcome. Although Professor K.S. Thakur and Professor Dave would welcome as conference secretary and joint conference secretary, but I am welcoming you as the president of Indian Commerce Association. We would love to see you in the City of Lakes, that is Udaipur, for making it the most memorable conference, the 75th All India Commerce Conference. So I welcome all of you. Namaste.
Good morning and namaste to all of you. And I welcome, the President of Indian Commerce Association, Professor Ajay Kumar Singh ji, Professor K.S. Thakur, Vice Chancellor of Jamshedpur University, Banswara, as well as the Organizing Secretary of 75th All India Commerce Association, Professor K.K. Dave sir, Vice Chancellor of Pacific University, the senior person of Nergy India CA Peter Richard, and I have seen one more person, Faisal sir, though I cannot able to see him, but still a very good morning to all of you. And the president of Indian Commerce Association already set a memento about this pre-conference. So, I will not going to talk much about, because we all are waiting for our resource person to speak and, talk about on the various challenges which, the commerce education may face while implementation of NEP. And as sir has already told to us, this NEP is not a one-day game, or it will not be implemented in 1 year. It will require so lots of modification as well as lots of, the input we require. In Maharashtra, I belongs to Mumbai. So in Maharashtra, this year only we will going to implement NEP. We have not yet implemented, though we have worked a lot on NEP. We, set a syllabus. We have, doing meetings for last 2 years. But still, the challenges we face, particularly in commerce education, I just want to highlight 2-3 points. And after that, the platform is open for discussion. And if anybody has, as sir said, anybody want to ask any question related to ICI, we all are open to answer. So let highlight 4-5 important challenges which we faced at University of Mumbai. Number one is dynamic curriculum development. One of the primary challenges which we face in commerce education is keeping the curriculum relevant to the up to date. As you know, the things are changing so fast. So the rapid pace of change in the business world requires educational institute to regularly review and update their course to ensure students are equipped with the latest knowledge and the skill, which is very important. And NEP target that particular thing. The second challenges which I feel is skill gap and industry expectation. We get lots of review from industry people that the student which we are making them ready for the industry is not as per their expectation. So to bridge the graduate deficiency in practical skill such as critical thinking, problem solving, and effective communication, we need to collaborate effort between education institute and the industry to align curriculum with the real world expectation. And this is something which NEP put a lots of focus, because the main objective of NEP is research, innovation, and inclusion, and that we really want to give our graduates as per the expectation of the industry. Third one, which I feel is financial literacy. Even in the commerce syllabus, many of the university, they do not highlight so much on a financial literacy, but it is very important that understanding the basic of personal finance, such as investment strategies and the economic principle, is essential for navigating the complexity of the business world. So addressing these challenges requires a holistic approach to incorporating financial education into a particular curriculum, so that all the students should understand the basic financial literacy. As we know, there are so many development, there are so many contemporary things which is happening throughout the world, and the main the cost, the main root for such problems are finance only. So even a commerce graduate should know very basic finance literacy. Even they can able to analyze the situation, and accordingly they can respond. The fourth one, which I feel important, is ethical dilemma. We have seen that the commerce professional often face ethical dilemma in decision making. The challenges lie in preparing students to navigate this moral complexity and make decisions that align with the ethics standards. Developing a deep sense of integrity and ethical reasoning should be integrated part of commerce education. This four particularly thing, because when we develop a curriculum, there are lots of ethical dilemma comes, which thing to be included, which thing should be excluded. As per the old the education policy, the structure was very clear that how much subject should be there in first year, second year, third in commerce education. But in NEP, the university has given autonomy. Even the states has also given an autonomy. They do a lots of experiment, particularly under the NEP. But the most important thing is that we want to target, we want to touch upon the exactly what the industry requires, and therefore we give more importance to skill enhancement education, ability enhancement education. We are focusing on Indian knowledge system. So many things. So at the end, I can say only one thing, in the developing landscape of commerce education, anticipating and addressing the challenges that will go in hand to hand. And therefore, we look forward to the future, the integration of the technology. As sir said, Ajay Singh sir said, technology is one of the important things. So definitely integration of technology, the impairs of a globalization, and the understanding of a regulator landscape will shape the education of commerce students. Simultaneously, overcoming challenges related to curriculum development, skill gap, financial literacy, ethical consideration will ensure the students are well prepared to thrive in the educational world, where the world is dynamic, it keeps on changing, and when you never know what will be the world tomorrow. So we should make our student ready to face those kind of challenges. This is what I feel about NEP. And as I said, in Maharashtra, this year only we will going to implement NEP. So definitely in a year, we will going to see much more challenges. What practically we are facing, there are problem related to teachers, because there are lots of shifting of workload. Affected, but there is a shifting of lots of syllabus, because under IKS, as we used to teach traditional mathematics, now we will going to teach something which is related to our own Indian knowledge system, particularly in earlier we used to have a subjects known as foundational course. In that we going to include many things related to our constitution, the basic fundamental rights and all these things. Even the commerce education or commerce students should also know what are the things which is happening in the country, and what are the glory of our tradition we used to have. So we are highlighting those kind of a thing. And I hope this NEP will be a successful, but it will going to take a years, because we cannot say today we are implementing and tomorrow it will be a success. It will going to take a years. As Ajay sir has said very correctly, I completely agree with him. We require certain years to make it more compatible, more efficient way. So this is from my side. Thank you very much, all of you. Once again, I thank everybody for inviting me and listening what I have my own point of view over NEP. Thank you very much.
Respected Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, Honorable President of ICA, Dr. Kuldeep Sharma, Young Secretary of ICA, my friend Professor K.K. Dave, Joint Conference Secretary of 75th ICA, and Honorable Vice Chancellor of Pacific University, Udaipur, and Mr. Richard and other family members of Energy, and my dear friends. I welcome on behalf of 75th All India Commerce Conference in pre-conference workshop. Really, this is very good platform for all of you regarding NEP 2020 and development of commerce education. Because this time we are facing so many problems in commerce education. All India Commerce Association conferences provide a good platform to our postgraduate students, research scholars, teachers regarding development of commerce and management education. So I request, please join 75th All India Commerce Association conference at Udaipur. We are ready for organize good conference. Thank you very much.
Respected Honorable Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, sir, the Honorable President of Indian Commerce Association. I would like to welcome him, sir, here in this pre-conference session. Professor K.S. Thakur, Honorable Vice Chancellor and Conference Secretary of Indian Commerce Association and 75th All India Commerce Association. Professor Kuldeep Sharma, Secretary of Indian Commerce Association. C.A. Peter Richards, CEO of Nergy India. Faisal Hensner, Nishita ji, and all distinguished guests, educators, students. It is an honor to address you today on a subject of great importance and significance, the integration of practicum in commerce education within the framework of national education policy. This policy not only seeks to transform our educational landscape but also aims to equip students with skills and experience necessary to navigate complexities of the modern world. As rightly said by Ajay sir and Kuldeep sir, as well as Thakur sir mentioned, that the next coming conference, that is 75th All India Commerce Conference, which is going to be held in Udaipur, will be discussing more about on these issues. Like everybody is talking about Viksit Bharat at 2047, and the government and everybody is practicing more and more on skill-based education, and we all look towards the development in commerce education also, because it is again in a challenging phase. If you talk about this current era, we face numerous challenges that necessitate to rethink on our educational strategies. The rapidly evolving job market, technological advancement, and the need for sustainable development are but a few of the hurdles we must overcome. And the NEP 2020, with its emphasis on experiential learning and practical training, provides a robust framework to address these challenges. If you talk about job market, the job market is undergoing a seismic shift, with traditional roles being replaced by new technological-driven professions. Practicum integration in commerce ensures that students are not only theoretical proficient but also practical skilled. By engaging in leadership and real-world projects, students can first-hand experience and insight into industry trends, making them more adaptable and job-ready in a competitive market. If we talk about the technological advancement, it is going rapidly, it is changing every day. And, like we can see in our universities and higher education, this technological advancement is happening every day and we have to be ready for it. Similarly, we have to pass on this technological advancement to the end user and they are our students. So if we talk about this digital transformation of the way business operates, concepts such as digital marketing, e-commerce, data analytics are now integral part of the commerce. Practicum opportunities allow students to work with cutting edge technological and understand their application in business setting. This hands-on experience is crucial for students to stay ahead in increasing digital world. If we talk about sustainable development, we have to take care also, and that is again addressing in 75th All India Commerce Conference, where if we everybody's talking about green technology, everybody's talking about green business, ethical supply chain management, and corporate social responsibilities. So again, we have to set our mindset. We have to change our mindset according to that. The next target, which we like already it has been addressed by Professor Kuldeep and Professor Ajay sir, where we have to mitigate this gap or bridging the gap between academia and industry. That is the requirement of nowadays. Maximum collaboration is required with industry so that we can give them maximum practical exposure to the students. We have to develop entrepreneurship skills also in among the students. Nowadays it's gone for the job now, so everybody must talk about entrepreneurship development and entrepreneurship skill to increase. And like then if you talk about equity and inclusion, NEP itself says that like it is essential to practicum opportunities or accessible to all students, regardless of their socio-economical background. If suppose anybody belongs to rural background, we can provide equal chance to to get all kind of exposure and learn to give them learning knowledge so that he can come out with all these experiences. And like how we can implement. So we have to design curriculum rapidly in advancement with all that. We can partnership with industry. We can develop our faculty development program is mandatory. Infrastructure and support is required. And like in conclusion, just I would like to say that first I would like to thanks to Nergy India for for having or for giving this chance to accommodate all the luminaries of India here. And I'm thankful all the participants, and would like to once again welcome in the 75th All India Commerce Conference, which is again be held in the month of October, where we all welcome you in the lakes of City of Lakes. And hopefully we can satisfy everybody who will come over here and give our best to best. We will try our best. So thank you once again giving me this opportunities. Thank you, Ajay sir. Thank you, K.S. Thakur sir, Kuldeep sir, and Peter Richards sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
The dignitaries present here, most respectable Professor Ajay Kumar Singh, President of ICA, Dr. Kuldeep Sharma, Secretary ICA, Professor K.S. Thakur, Conference Secretary 75th AICC, Professor K.K. Dave, Joint Secretary 75th AICC. I extend a warm thanks from Nergy to all of you and all the attendees attending this webinar. So here, as everyone of the dignitaries mentioned, the importance of practicum that decides the success of NEP 2020. If the practicum and one of the important part of NEP 2020 is addressed properly, all the suggestions or all the criticalities pointed out by Kuldeep sir and K.K. Dave sir and both of Ajay sir and Thakur sir will be sorted out, and the students will be graduating with a real world ready skill set. Now I want to take all of you through the projects of Nergy. what Nergy is doing and how we are going towards ensuring all the students of commerce, be it MBA or BA or BCom, BBA, all these kinds of streams will get the top technology, latest technology experience, simulation experience, or practical experience in terms of commerce. So I'm sharing my screen. So I'm taking you through a small presentation where we are sharing our credentials and how we are going to bridge the gap between the industry expectation and the academic qualification of students, and how practicum can be handled in the more technology point of view. So we are Nergy. We are a edtech company focusing in education and business, and we are mainly focusing on commerce. We are trying to ease the learning of commerce for the students. And we have a 20 years of legacy in education, and we are also India's largest education partner for SAP, Microsoft, Cambridge through EME, one of our sister concerns. We are already associated with University of Delhi, as Ajay sir has mentioned, and we are also associated with the University of Kerala. And our association with the Coast Accountants of India started from 2020 for the last 4 years. As part of their intermediate study, the skill training is given by Nergy for the last 4 years. More than 125,000 students studied the course. And we are also technology partner to multiple sector skill council, that is MEPSC and BFSI. Both are the main sector skill council related to finance. And we are providing two types of offering into universities, colleges, and all. One is skill-based experiential courses, including personal finance, as Kuldeep sir rightly pointed out, including personal finance, financial literacy courses. And two, we are integrating technology to practicum component of all the graduate commerce programs to make the maximum benefit of practicum for the students and to achieve the objectives of NEP 2020. And again, all of these points are already suggested and pointed out by the dignitaries. So majorly, if I put in a very short way, the students are not getting the hands-on experience of whatever they are learning. They are academically brilliant once they are passed out from the college after the graduation, but they're not meeting the industry expectation. A very small example will be a student who is completing BCom in 3 years. A student is not able to file a GST return or income tax return in a real scenario. So that's where we are coming. We are playing our role. So we have created few technology tools, including simulation, including practice. So these tools will help the student to achieve all these objectives of NEP 2020. So I'm just quickly pointing out the issues suggested by Kuldeep sir and Dave sir. So dynamic curriculum development, that's a real issue. Student knowledge and industry gap, and financial literacy issue with among all of the students. Ethical dilemma that addresses how a situation can be handled, a scenario can be handled, and the job market with the technology advancement required in the learning process. I want to add one more thing into this. So all of these are required by NEP 2020. So we are trying to answer that as well. But when we are adding all these kind of activities to students, it parallelly increases the workload of the faculties as well. Yes, we know that faculty works for the students, they work for their achievements, but still, if there is any way that we can support the faculty as well, so that is also we have considered. So we tried all these permutations, combinations to create the major questions, to find the major questions that we need to answer in NEP 2020. Is skilling possible in commerce education? That is one. And how to train the students in commerce subject using more practical oriented way. And 3, how technology can aid commerce education. So we have came out with a new tools. So these tools will be integrated into the curriculum of UG and PG. So these tools will be integrated into each syllabus, each subject, each chapter, so that the students are getting 100% experiential hands-on when they are studying for their graduation, be it any commerce program. An example will be when the student learning about journal entry, the student will be experiencing or practicing journal entry in a technology point of technology tools created by Nergy. When the student is learning about GST or income tax, they are actually getting the experience of filing these tools, filing these returns in a simulated platform. When they are learning about costing, they are learning about the entire concepts of costing in multiple tools created by us. In a similar way, when they are learning about their personal finance, or when they are learning about their contract law or business studies, which are descriptive papers, we are providing tools for that as well. So we focus on 2 types of technology, SL Tech and IL Tech. SL is simulation learning technology and IL is interactive learning technology. Simulation learning means we are trying to bring the exact work scenarios of a student which they are will face after getting a job into their graduation. We are bringing that. So what happens? The gap between the industry expectation and the students' knowledge, that will be removed. The students will be elevated into the industry kind of experience while they study their graduation. The entire simulated platform we are providing for them. So whatever government portal, whatever e-filing, whatever they will need to do right after getting a job, we are providing to them while they do their graduation. And interactive learning technology is nothing but the system. The technology system communicates with the student so that the student can find out a small mistake they have been done without the help of the faculty, so that they can learn on their own on this practical topics. The teacher will be a mentor. Teacher will be helping the students to learn the subjects, and the student will practice this with the support of the system, so that they can do maximum case studies and understand the entire concept, entire practical scenario. The system will communicate with the student. So we want to make it as simple as swimming or cycling. They learn while they do. N number of tools we have created. So income tax, be it GST, EPF, ESI, MCA, because these are the other topics that students need to face while they graduate. So we have created tools even for that. We are not stopped at income tax or GST. We have created import export, MSME, digital signature, and all the simulation for that. Also for practice, financial accounting, cost accounting, be it any chapter, be it any topic in graduation or commerce UG PG program, we are providing tools for that. The current path will be like theory and assessment, but when we integrate energy media tools into integrated UG path of NEP 2020 UG syllabus, so the student will learn the experiential tools while they learn theory as well. So this will go hand in hand, this will go in parallel, and the student will graduate with a real world ready skill set which will answer to all the current questions that currently asked by all of the faculties of commerce. So as per NEP 2020, the classroom learning, there are 3 parts: theory, tutorial, and practicum. And the practicum we support by these many tools. For practice, we have simulated, interactive, computation, and open book case study. And for evaluation, we have e-assignments and MCQ. Simulated tools, as I mentioned earlier, it's simulating the entire government portals or e-filing sites, the work scenarios for the student. Interactive tools is system is interacting with the student to better learn about the concept. The computation tool is, for example, So when the student learns about an interest computation or a EMI calculation or a compounding rate calculation, the student focuses on the formula while they study. But what we are trying here is we are trying to educate the student. The importance is not only in the formula, but also the decisions make using that formula, using the computation. We are providing calculators and scenario-based decision-making tools for that. We also have open book case study technology, a tool for a student to practice descriptive kind of purpose. So we are providing tools not only for the practical topics, we are also providing the tools for the descriptive or theory-based topic as well. Be it business studies, be it case studies, be it, as Kuldeep sir rightly pointed out, the ethical dilemma. So a scenario will be provided to the student and student has to answer based on their findings, based on the reference materials provided to them, and they can practice that kind of concepts. And e-assignments is a breakthrough tool created by Nergy. So what currently happens is in an assignment is given to a classroom of say 50, 60 students. A very few students does the actual research and finds the answers or finds the prepares the answer papers for that assignment, and the remaining students are trying to copy the answer and reproduce in some other way. The idea, the expectation of the faculty is not met if it is done in this way. So e-assignments is a new technology where all the students in a class will get different questions shuffled from a question bank with a different credentials, so that the student, each student should complete their own assignments with their own credentials. Then only that assignments will be completed. An MCQ for the self-evaluation, for if they want to revise, if they want to study once again just before the exam. So MCQ will help them to revise their memory. And we also have choice-based courses, mandatory courses as mandated by NEP 2020. In ability enhancement course, we have Cambridge communication skill course. In SEC, skill enhancement course and value-added course, we have GST executive and personal finance, specifically for financial literacy. All these courses are also available. And what we are actually doing, I'm just created a sample mapping. So what happens is when a student learns about, say, business level strategic planning, a topic from BCom, this will be studied through open book case study tool as a support system for the faculty. When the student learns about online registration of a company, or when the student learns about directors, how to appoint, they will learn how to do the actual filing in Ministry of Company Affairs website, a simulated website created by us, and they will actually do the filing. When they learn about financial planning, budgeting, incomes, payments, we are providing them a computational tool to study about that. And when if the student wants to learn about cash flow, when the student wants to learn about balance sheet, financial statements, we are providing them interactive tools to learn and better understand the concept. So these are the short-term courses we are offering: ability enhancement course, skill enhancement course, and value-added course, especially personal finance, financial literacy courses. So as I mentioned earlier, these are our credentials. I'm just going through once again. We started with the ICMA, Coast Accountants of India, and accredited by prime universities like Delhi, Kerala University, and we are already partnered with Cambridge. Our program is recommended by Ministry of Skill Development as statutory literacy course aligned with the Digital India mission, and they recommended us to Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And many approvals and certifications also we received. I will also show you a quick demo of our product, so that what we meant by integration, I'm just explaining using our tools. So when the student subscribe our tool, the student will be logging into the platform of Nergy using their email ID and password. When they log in, they will be seeing the semesters related to them. For example, when semester 1, semester 2, that is first year student login, they will see these 2 semesters in their program. And when the student click on semester 1, it will take them to a menu of learning content and assignments. Learning content is for the practice and assignment is for their evaluation. Inside the learning content, all the subjects of that particular semester will be listed. So when a second year student log in, it will be the topics related to second year students will be available in their system. And if the subject is selected, whatever subject student wants to select, if the subject is selected, that particular chapters inside that subjects will be available, and student can go to each chapters where we are providing the practical learning tools, including the PDF for their quick study, also the video to better understand, and these are the practical tools that we provide. When they click on start task, for example, this is a journal entry, we'll quickly show you how integration is happening. So these are the 5 entries in a transaction. These are very simple entries. When the student clicks on this, you can see the transactions entry area pops out where the student can select the debit and credit of these transactions. So this is a basic transaction where the proprietor brought cash as capital. So the entry debit is selected, entry credit is selected, and amount is entered. And the similar way, I'm just making a mistake on the second entry, purposeful mistake, so that we can understand how system behaves. So actually this entry is supposed to go to furniture and pictures, but here the student wrongly debited purchase account and selected the amount. Now let's see what happens when we click on preview. There are 5 more entries to be done, but due to the time limitation, I'm just entering only 2. You can see here 2 entries are entered. When the student clicks on validate, the system is also highlighting, say, the second entry is having a mistake. The student has to go back and think through and correct this mistake. So instead of purchase, this should go into furniture and pictures. The student is selecting that entry, going to preview, validate it again. So that error is gone now. So like that, we are providing tools for multiple topics for all the chapters. So one more topic that I can show you here is says in semester 2, when the student learning about second semester or say personal finance planning. As Kuldeep sir said, the financial literacy is a major component. Now let's see how a tool created by us helping a student to study about financial literacy. So in this topic, the student needs to evaluate about the different concepts of or principles of borrowing. So here, this particular student, there is a loan amount required for the student is 3,50,000, and the amount EMI that expected is 4,250. There are 2 loan options provided to the students. One is straight line at 6%. One is diminishing interest rate at 9%. If a person is not having this financial literacy knowledge, the person may go for 6% straight line interest because 3% direct saving just by selecting that option that they are trying to get. But what is actually happens? Let's try how to solve this using our tools. The question is provided, the calculators are available, and the student needs to answer this here. To answer this, we will use the borrowing calculator, and the specialty of this calculator is in conventional banking website, EMI calculator is only available to calculate EMI. But here, we can even back calculate the principal amount, tenure, interest rate. For example, if you have a particular loan amount, if you have the principal amount, we can calculate the actual interest rate charged by the banks and financial institutions. Sometimes it may vary as from the agreed rate. Now, to answer this, I'm selecting the straight line method first. I need to find the tenure and EMI interest amount. 4,250 is the EMI. Rate of interest is 6. Principal amount is 3,50,000, and the calculator gives you the tenure and the interest rate. The tenure is 140 months, and the interest is 2,45,000. So that is entered into the answer area. Now, to evaluate the second method, diminishing interest rate is selected. EMI is similar as per the question. Interest rate is changed into 9. And now you can see the tenure is 129 months and the total interest is 198,250. So what we are trying here is we are educating the student, educating the user to evaluate the options right before making a decision using the tools provided, so that they are financially literate and they can be achieving financial freedom at a very young age. Now, and in this question, just by making a right decision, the person is saving 11 EMIs. That means almost an year and 50,000 rupees, almost 50,000 rupees in terms of interest cost. And we are helping the student to make a decision based on this and validating again. The system will be showing the final answer. Once the student make this correct, you can see here a green tick is marked in the question and the progress bar is also updated. Now I will also show you where this is useful. When the student does these exercises, be it assignment, be it practice, anything, a dashboard will be provided to the faculty where they can log in like this using their email ID password, and all the details of the students in every batches will be available to the faculty in their screen. That's what we mentioned, that we are trying to reduce the workload of faculty as well while we investigate or find new technologies. Now you can see here, say this is a batch where 87 students are present. When the faculty clicks on the student list, individual listing of students with their progress bar, that will be updated like this. So if a teacher wants to know where the student is not completing, so they just need to click and see where which tasks are not completed, which assignments are not completed. So for example, if I click here for this student, the individual chapter wise completion, the percentage, that will be available for the faculties. Practicals, these assignment, these details will be available. So like this, all the students' details, including every batch, say BCom first year, BCom second year, or individual student level, or individual task level of each student, that is also available for the faculty. So that a centralized dashboard is provided, which is making their life easier. I'm quickly showing you the remaining tools also. So here I have shown you the when the year 1 student login, what will be the screen. Now I'm going to show you what will be the screen if year 2 students login. What are the other topics that we have? I'm just quickly showing you one each from the topics. When the student login, semester 3, semester 4 will be visible. Learning content and assignment as we have shown in semester 1 and 2. So if they are going to say introduction of Indian taxation system, if they are learning about PAN card, if they are learning about ITR, we are providing them with a real platform where they can do and experience the actual platform experience. For example, if they want to apply an EPAN, we are providing the details to take an EPAN. So I'm just selecting a question which is not done earlier. So second question, say Vijay Kumar, this comes for a PAN card to the student. So Aadhaar number and email ID is collected. Now when the student clicks on this, it will take them to the income tax website created in our server, the replica. And this is similar to the original income tax website created by the government of India. You can see the similarity. So we are not only creating or duplicating the similarity, we are also duplicating the entire workflow. For example, when the student goes for instant EPAN, these pages is coming, this is similar to instant EPAN page of Government of India website. So it is similar. So you can see get new EPAN, check status or download. So when the student click on get new EPAN, this option will be provided where they can enter the Aadhaar number. The Aadhaar number is provided in the task. Confirm, continue. This is the second step in that. An OTP needs to be entered. This also follows the same flow of income tax website. Email validation is required. And the EPAN application submitted successfully. Now, when we go to login, we can download this applied EPAN as well. Click on instant EPAN, check status or download. Aadhaar number needs to be entered. Whatever we have typed for, just applying 6611. Continue. 834498. Continue. And we can download the EPAN from here. We have created a dummy EPAN also for the student to understand and completely analyze the entire flow. A dummy EPAN also provided for the student. So that's how we have created. We have created tools to learn about income tax return filing, income tax PAN card application, GST return filing, GST application, e-way bill, MCA, MSME, so customs, import export. So all these kind of web portal we have duplicated in our server so that students can learn. And these e-filings are already learned by cost accountant students from 2020. So you can see that it's a proven product. I'm also quickly want to show you how a particular topic like theoretical based topic like a contract law, how we are helping the students to learn about contract law. So this technology can be used in multiple scenarios where descriptive papers are handled, like ethics, like business studies. So let's see here. This is a simple transaction where 3 persons are involved and it's a question of continuing guarantee. And what we have created here is the students are getting an opportunity to answer using the reference material provided to them, a kind of open book case study exam. We are providing this experience. So on the right hand side, you can see the entire contract laws are provided. The text is provided, the reference material is provided, and the case study is given on the left side. The student has to find the provisions from the text, and to answer that, they just need to click. Let's see this here. So here in contract of guarantee, 3 persons are involved, as I mentioned earlier. 1 person's death is happening. Now, what is the effect on the transactions? Now, to answer this, we have to first select continuing guarantee. So what you have to do is the student has to just click here so that it will be added to the answering area on the left side. You can see this here. If the student is selecting a wrong answer, as we have already discussed earlier, it's an interactive platform where when the student clicks on validate, the wrong answer will be striked off like this, and this will be deleted by the student, and the right answers, the required provisions that needs to be selected. So this is another required provision of to answer this that is selected, and one more, what happens to the transactions, that is also selected. Right after selecting the provision, the student can select the conclusion. Based on this, the system will evaluate and say whether it is correct or wrong. So it will help them to study about the descriptive kind of papers. This technology, we call it as open book case study technology. The similar way, we have multiple tools. Say if it is semester 4, the tools are available for, say, personal income tax filing. This is just a sample syllabus we mapped to one of the university. Like this, we can map to any university, any college, any autonomous college, their syllabus. So that when their students log in, their chapters, their subjects, that will be visible in their screen. So that will solve one of the major headache as pointed out by Kuldeep sir. The curriculum development will be a simple task for the faculty. Once the latest technology topics are selected, we can provide you the tools to make the student learn about those the latest topics that you have selected. If you are going to computation for income of salary, if they are teaching, the student have an option to actually file in income tax website. So like that, we have created n number of tools. Say EPAN, income tax registration, income tax return filing, GST return filing, composition return, e-way bill, EPF, ESI. So practice tools from other subjects like accounting, financial statements, or say costing or financial management. So all these topics, all these items are created for the students to they easily learn about these topics. And I'm quickly showing you the topics. That is, if the assignments, if the student wants to do assignments, the student will be able to do this in their assignment tab, where the faculty can select the topic and the different questions will be allotted to each of the student. Also, the assessment can be scheduled by the student as MCQ to revise their memory. And the certifications, if any, will be available in the certification tab as well. So this is our offering to the students and the faculties of universities and colleges, autonomous colleges as well. So by associating with ICA, what we are trying is to enhance our reach through ICA. ICA is such a great organization which has members all over India. We are trying to associate with ICA in the upcoming AICC, 75th AICC, to provide, to give an information about these tools to all of the members of ICA. And thanks a lot for sir for providing this opportunity. Thanks a lot for all of the dignitaries to present here and giving us a platform like this. And we are very happy to be associated with the upcoming 75th AICC as well. Thanks a lot.
Good morning. Is there any opportunity available for learning on energy with their modules for general public or who is not an enrolled student? Because these modules are really informative and practically useful for public at large. She is from SMJN PG College, Haridwar, Uttarakhand, Dr. Sugandh Verma.
Yes, madam. Madam, as far as I know, all these courses will be clubbed as short-term courses as well, not only integrated. Integrated program is specifically for the colleges and universities, autonomous colleges. These short-term courses will be available in the Swayam Plus portal as well in the upcoming months. So from there, as far as I understand, anyone can study. Sir, please correct me if I am wrong. Anyone can take up and study, even if they are not an enrolled student. So that will be available, ma'am.
So it's more of institutional tie-up rather than individual student base. So any student who is pursuing any course can approach energy through the institution. That would be a better route. That is what you are saying?
Yes,
Peter?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. The option is open to everyone. We will also provide the platform for the general public as well through our partners.
And in this School of Open Learning courses are available to only students of University of Delhi, or it is open for all?
As of now, it is open for the students. The students community, the registration number is required as of now. Maybe in the upcoming year, there might be a change. It may be open for all.
That would be a good thing also. Yes. There is another question by Dr. Kirandeep. Sir, assignments and MCQs will be created by Energy here.
Sir, assignments and MCQ. MCQ is like the topics, whatever theory topic they are studying, that questions are created by Energy as a question bank. These questions will be created, our assignments will be created from the referring materials from multiple universities. And if the faculties wants to provide their own assignments and MCQ also, we are also trying to create a platform for that. As of now, it will be routed through Energy. In the future, it can be added by the faculty himself.
There are many people who are appreciating what you have shared with them. And there is one question which is general question. Is there some new policy implementation related to commerce at class 10th level in NEP 2020? Because currently the enrollment among commerce faculty is very less as compared to other faculty. So first of all, to our understanding, enrollment in commerce is not less as far as we know or see in University of Delhi coming, students coming for commerce. The demand is very high. In some of these schools, it could be there that the commerce is number 2 or number 3. But if you see the enrollments total in the university setup, including the open school and the Indira Gandhi National Open University, the arts courses get the largest number of students. So that probably would continue because the level of difficulty goes on increasing from arts to commerce to science. So particularly the STEM education, as we call it. So the engineering, the mathematics, science, technology, etc. All these are areas where people don't find that easy to tackle with the nuances of those subjects. So commerce is not something which is very easy to be done as compared to history or as compared to political science or any languages and all that. So this would continue to be there, that the largest number probably would be coming from art streams. And there are a lot of areas within the art streams also. So that also increases or enhances to the number of that. Whereas in commerce, you can only take commerce, there are no such streams at the 11th, 12th level or at the level of UG. It is largely, BCom honors or BCom or BBA or BMS, some variation of that. So bringing it to the 10th class is a thought which was considered earlier also. And now there is no hard separation in terms of streams. You can choose subjects as per your choices. So you can be a science as well as a commerce student in 11th class. So that option is available now to the students. So we need to see how it unfolds in the time to come as per the NEP 2020. But that's a good thought that some exposure should be given to the students in the 9th and 10th classes regarding the commerce stream or the different streams that if they want to go further into that, some exposure can be given to them. Like we at Bharatiya Shikshan Mandal gave a course to the NCERT for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th for drone technology. So those who want to learn drone technology, they will be given the inputs from 9th class itself. So by the time they pass out the 12th class, they are well proficient in the drone technology area. So similarly, we can think of something wherein we start giving them inputs from 9th class itself, not only 10th. So whatever you have in mind, you can send more details of that so that as Indian Commerce Association, we can take it forward. I think this question was by Dr. Pawan. So is that answered? I don't know. How much are you satisfied with the answer? And there are some more questions. I think, Peter, to you. Dr. Namita Agarwal has asked a question. Will student get access software by means of their own ID and password virtually, and also software will be taught to them by faculty in labs?
Sir, so ma'am, yes. So the faculty of every college who are subscribing to Nergy will be given an ID without any cost to the faculty, and the training to the faculty also will be done. FDP program also will be done from Nergy side without any charges. Or the charge only will be for the student, and they need only their we will provide them ID and password virtually. It need not be in their lab. It is not required actually. It can be in lab, it can be in their laptop, or it can be in their mobile as well. Because our system is compatible with mobile, compatible with laptops and tablets. So it can be anywhere. The student can complete the task from anywhere. Also, the similar question asked by Dr. Sapan Astana. Maharshi University, Lucknow. The essential requirement is just the students, ma'am, sir, simple. Ours is a cloud-based platform, so it can be delivered anywhere. There need not be any software installation. There will not be any mandatory lab system requirement. It will be completely available on a cloud-based platform, so it can be accessed from anywhere, from any device. Sir, I got a question from Dr. Deepak Nikam. Is it chargeable? Sir, there will be a small charge for this particular tool for the student, but I can assure you that it will be very minimal charge for the student, and based on the number of students of the university or the college, it can be reduced to a maximum extent also. Our persons, our stage team will be get in touch with you, sir. And once again, Dr. Kamala Bakuni tells us essential requirements to implement this model in private university. Will any training assistance? Yes, ma'am. I have already answered that. The faculty training and the IDs to faculty will be without any charges. It will be, there will not be any validity expiry also for the faculties. For the students only, that small charges will be applicable. And I have answered all the questions that came till now. Oh, I'm getting few questions in the chat box as well. The charge I have answered. Email, yes, definitely we will be contacting you. We got the details from your registration. And will cost vary per subject? No, not at all. The cost will be per year for all the topics, for all the subjects, all the chapters, all the tools, including that it will be one pricing only, and it will be a minimal pricing. That I can guarantee, because we want to extend this to all of the students of a university. It is not a one-to-one or a few students can take this course. We do not believe in that. We want to provide this into all the students of any college and universities. So it will not be varying on based on subject. It will be year based only. All the semesters, all the subjects, all the chapters in the year will be mapped in this pricing itself, a single pricing itself.
Peter, there is one question in the open forum that whether learning outcomes. Akki Maruthi has asked this question. What are the learning outcomes of this course? So each course would have different learning outcomes.
Yes.
You can answer that.
Yes. So so the learning outcome, it will be like this, ma'am. As we have mentioned, once the student learns about, say, taxation system, the tools are equipping them to get the actual experience of the real platform. So that is the learning outcome. So that once the student is completing their graduation courses, what are the learning outcome for graduation expected by NEP 2020 or that syllabus or that university? That will be really achieved, and that difference between the students' academic knowledge and the industry requirement, that gap won't be there. So that is our expectation, sir.
We have seen a lot of questions. That means people are very much keen and interested in this particular technology, and they are willing to embrace that, as I can see from the responses. And that is the beauty of the commerce teachers, that they embrace the new things as they come up. And even the softwares like computerized accounting and all that, our teachers have embraced that in the past. Doing online filing of income tax returns and all that was part of the course curriculum earlier. Also in the CBCS mode, we have observed that how quickly we have moved to the practical oriented course curriculum. And now from CBCS, we are moving to LOCF, or in University of Delhi, UGCF. I'm part of a committee of AICT, which is designing the BBA course curriculum, wherein practical components are being embedded there also. So AICT will be coming out with a 4-year course curriculum for BBA soon. Professor Anu Singh Lathar is the chairperson, who is the Vice Chancellor of Ambedkar University in Delhi. And I'm also looking after some of the courses there. So things are happening at the national level to bring technology into the course curriculum, bringing the courses nearer to the real life so that their employability quotient is high. Somebody asked the question of learning outcomes. So if you know income tax and don't know how to file a return, then your employability quotient is low. So if you use this platform, then you will be saying that I have done virtually, the income tax return filing. If you want, I can file your return right now. So that kind of proficiency is expected from a candidate who undergoes any one particular course. So a learning outcome for each course would definitely be different. Accounting would have a different outcome, that you should be able to use a software which can give you, what is expected from an accountant to be done, and so on and so forth. So outcome-based education is the key for success in making, degree more valuable rather than a piece of paper. So if we want our graduates to be more valuable in the market, then we need to embrace these kind of technologies. So thank you very much, Professor Dave, for being there with us till the end. Thank you, Dr. Kuldeep Sharma, Honorable Secretary of Indian Commerce Association and Honorable Vice Chancellor of PAHER University, for being with us for the entire session. And thanks to Nergy and the entire team of Nergy people led by Chartered Accountant Peter Richard for taking it, forward, this initiative for bringing outcome-based education in real life, so that NEP 2020 can be implemented in an effective manner in the commerce education, particularly. They are focused company for commerce education. That's the key for this. That is why Indian Commerce Association is so much interested in this particular initiative. So thanks to all the members. There was a large number of people who joined, and I'm sure that each college and the university in the times to come would have these kind of initiatives embedded in their implementation of NEP 2020. Thank you very much. Namaste.